Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So, don't be alarmed, a few things to address first. Obviously my hair color is different. I actually ditched the blonde and decided to go dark for winter. My natural hair color is the shade of my eyebrows, so it's a very dark brown. It does get lightened by the sun, however. So what my stylist did was a demi color. So right now it looks a lot more black than it will be in the following few washes. So right now I am kind of a slight ombre. So right now I have dark brown at the roots, medium brown through the center, and then I kept as much as I could on my blonde tips, so to create a slight ombre effect. So I hope you like it. I'm still kind of getting used to it. I walk by a mirror and I don't recognize myself because being blonde is fun. But you know, it's time for a change. I did blonde for 2 years, so just wanted to switch it up. So next up, I'm sorry, my voice is a little coarse. I am getting sick, so today I just wanted to film a get ready with me video because I'm going to brunch with a bunch of fellow San Francisco beauty and fashion bloggers, and we are going to a spot in the marina and it's gonna be fun. So I'm filming a get ready with me video, just putting on my face and that kind of thing. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with Lancome's La Base Pro. I just watched Miss Strawberry Sweet's getting ready with me video and she used this primer as well as the foundation I'm about to use, and she said she really loved it. So let's go ahead and crack this sample open. So it looks like this is kind of like a clear jelly kind of consistency. And if you see me looking down, I have like a small mirror in front of me. I hope I'm in the frame. So first impressions of this, it feels a little bit heavier than Smashbox's Photo Finish Light, but it's really giving my face like a smooth finish. I think this will lend itself to my foundation application very well. Okay, wow, my face feels really silky. It doesn't feel entirely dry to the touch, but very nice nonetheless. So next we're going to go in with our Revlon Colorstay Whipped. This is a long-wearing foundation. My shade is 200 Sand Beige. I think it's the second shade out of the selection. And this is a long-wearing foundation. Looks like this comes in a jar, and it's very long-wearing, and it contains no SPF. So I've been using this for my daily foundation. And I'll just take a little bit and just rub it in between my fingers. I've tried this with a foundation brush and a stippling brush, and I just find it's way too streaky. I don't own a beauty blender or any other kind of like squishy makeup sponge, so right now I'm just applying it with my fingers, and it does a trick for me. It's also very quick in the morning, which I like because I'm always in a rush. I'm always on the go. So yeah, just starting at the center of my face, just kind of blending it out. This really does a great job at evening out my complexion. I find that I don't have to wear as much concealer afterwards on my cheeks and on my chin. I still have to spot conceal like breakouts and dark circles and that kind of thing, but all in all, this foundation is great. So really I just kind of roll it all over my face, making sure that there's no like creases or lines around my nose, especially because that looks gross. And the hairline, just making sure don't look like I'm wearing a mask. Okay, so I'm really liking how that feels with the primer I just used. It's fabulous, so I would recommend this. I have combination to oily skin, and this doesn't melt off, so I really like it. While the foundation kind of just sinks in my skin, I move on to my eyebrows. I move on to my eyebrows with the Prestige Browliner. It's in blonde. Haven't yet swapped that out since I got my hair colored yesterday, but basically this is just an ashy brown, and if I apply this heavily, it will work with my hair color now, so I don't really care if that says blonde. And I just kind of go through light, short strokes to redefine my eyebrows. So you can already see the difference between this eyebrow and this eyebrow. This one just is more defined, makes my eyes stand out more, brings more attention to my eyes when you look straight at my face. And what's handy about this one, it has a little brush on the end, so I can just brush through what you just did. So now we're going to move on to eyes. We'll come back to concealing and finishing the face later. We're going to do a brown smoky eye today, so I'm going to start with my Maybelline 24-Hour Color Tattoo. This is in the shade Bad to the Bronze. It's kind of like a frosty brown. Get a little bit on my finger and just dab over my eyelid. Just concentrating on the eyelid section, not going all the way up to the brow. Okay. And less is more with this stuff, guys. No need to go overboard. Just a little bit goes a long way. Next thing we're going to go in with is MAC's Satin Taupe. It's a beautiful, just brown with shimmer through it. It's kind of like brownie taupe. Very cool, very shimmery, and I just love it. Going with a flat shader brush like that. Pick it up on one side of the brush and just stamp it on your eyelid. As you can see, I got a little bit too much in that section. I'm just going to rub it out. So it's okay if it looks a little bit sloppy around the edges. We're going to blend it out in just a little bit, so don't fret. And this look is so simple, guys. I do this a lot on the weekend. Next up, we're taking this Inglot shade. It is this one in the middle. It's a medium dusty purple. I have a brush similar to a MAC 217, which is a fluffy blending brush like this. A tapered fluffy blending brush like this. And we're just gonna sweep it in around the edges of the Satin Taupe that we laid down before. Just gives it a real soft focus. It's kind of romantic and sultry at the same time. Okay, so once you've done that, go in with any kind of brush. I'm using this one from Eco Tools. It's kind of flat, kind of fluffy at the same time. I'm taking this light cream color shade. It's pretty close to my skin tone, and that's what we're going to use underneath the brow, just to kind of clean up the edges and highlight the brow bone. And this is completely matte, so it doesn't stand out and you're not detracting from the shimmer of the Satin Taupe. Okay, so if you feel like that took away too much of the smokiness, go back in with that purple. I'm sorry, I don't know the shades, guys. Maybe I'll try and put it in the description box below, but these are by Inglot. And for a final touch, I guess you could go back in with your Satin Taupe on that original flat shader brush and just kind of concentrate it on the middle. Since we were dealing with darker shades, that's why I skipped concealer, and now we're going to revisit concealer. I am taking my Maybelline Dream Lumi Touch, I believe. I don't know, the label's all rubbed off. This is in the shade Light. No, sorry, this is the shade Ivory. A clip pen with a brush tip. And we're just gonna, whoa, that was a lot. But just place it under our eyeballs. Just make sure your fingers are clean. My fingers still have the color tattoo on them, so you don't want to use those. Maybe your middle finger. Just kind of delicately pat in around the eye. I'm going to go with MAC's Studio Finish Concealer. This is in NW20. It's almost gone, you guys. And I'm just going to go in and dab this over kind of the blemishes and acne scars that I have poking through. Okay, so now we're gonna go with our eyeliner. Just give that concealer a second to soak in. We're using Maybelline Line Stiletto, my absolute favorite liquid liner. It's felt tip, looks like that. And we're gonna go in and do a thin line and just a little cat eye flick towards the end. And I only go starting from the midpoint and out. I can't do it from the inside because it makes my eyes look droopy and tired. So I know that's not everybody's technique, but that's mine. So it just works for me. Maybe if you have a similar eye shape to me, it will work for you too. But yeah, I never go in past the middle. Now this eyeliner I've been using for a while now, so I have to re-dip it. But when you get these things new, they are plenty wet and saturated with product. You don't have to re-dip. Kind of dramatic cat eye, but I love it. Just try and get them symmetrical as possible. I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to this, but some people are, so that's probably as close as I'm gonna get it. I'm not a pro at this, guys. Just practice. If you're having issues with it, just keep practicing and you'll get a method that works for you. That's probably as close as I'm gonna get them today. Next thing, we're gonna curl our lashes. I'm using a Sephora eyelash curler and my L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. This is a fresh tube I just picked up at the store because my old one was drying out a bit. Pro tip, cycle out your mascaras regularly for best results. This is gonna be like a really long video. Sorry, guys. So I just kind of slightly pump it and just clamp down as close to the lash line as possible. hope I'm in the frame. I love mascara. It's my favorite makeup item to pile on, I feel. So I'll just do 2 coats. Just kind of really make it dramatic. I don't really wear eyeliner on the bottom during the day, so mascara on the bottom will do the trick. I'm kind of feeling like Katy Perry right now. I don't know, it's the dark hair and the dramatic lashes. Okay, so we're gonna move on to, let's see, bronzer. Woo! Bronzer. I'm using the NYC Smooth Skin Sunny Bronzer. It's almost gone, and I have a backup in my makeup collection. If you saw that video, I posted that a few days ago, so go check that out. I will link it below. I'm using a contour brush. This is by Crown Brush. It's very similar to the MAC 109. This is very teeny tiny and fits in great for cheekbones. This is a really essential step for me because I am so fair skinned. When I do foundation and concealer, my face can look really flat, so just putting some color back in it. If you feel like you need to, around the nose and around the chin, jawline, hairline, just a little bit. If you really need a shade match, take a big old fluffy brush, just a junky one, and kind of get your neck. This one's by e.l.f. And just really get the jawline so you don't look like you're wearing a mask. Next up, we're going to go with blush. I am using Rimmel London's Pink Sorbet Lasting Finish Blush. Looks like this. It's very subtle and it's kind of just a satiny finish. I concentrate it, apples the cheeks, and then sweat back. So then we're going to take our powder to set everything. I'm using NYX's Stay Matte but Not Flat powder foundation. The shade is medium beige. It's a little bit too dark for me, but as you can see, I'm trying to finish it up. So swirl your brush in there. This is another brush that kind of sheds. It's also by Crown. I don't know what it's called, but it'll do. Just kind of, I do taps. I do kind of light swirls. This gives really full coverage, so I don't want to look cakey. That's kind of why I'm doing it with a lighter hand. Next up, we're going to do a light highlighting, and we're using e.l.f.'s Golden Bronzer, even though I consider it a highlighter, and NYX's little tiny stippling brush. I got this on Cherry Culture if you're interested. I think it was about $6 or $8. Just kind of dust it through the lightest colors in the palette. What do you call this? Compact. And then just kind of lightly dust top of cheekbones. Just where the light would hit you. I don't wear highlighter every day. It's more of like a weekend thing or a nighttime thing. I just don't have time for it. And then we're just going to take our finger with the light shade, give us a little bit on the Cupid's bow, down the center of the nose, just so you have a nice highlighted nose that will look great in pictures. Today's lippy is going to be one of my all-time favorites by MAC, and it is MAC's Snob. It is a gorgeous nudie pink. Definitely leans on the pink side, and I got this as a gift for my sister for my birthday, so thanks, Caitlin. I just love this. It's so ridiculous and so much fun. It is a satin finish, so kind of matte, but still has a sheen. And if you're concerned it's too opaque, just tap it out with your finger. So use a clean finger. And I don't really wear lip gloss. I find it gets stuck in my hair all the time, and it's just not for me. So yeah, so last thing we're going to do is set our makeup with our Model on a Bottle Sensitive Skin Formula Makeup Setting Spray. This is a matte finish spray. So go ahead and shake it up. Close your eyes, close your mouth, close your nose, because it's going to kind of burn if you breathe it in or open your eyes. So 10 to 12 inches away from your face, and go ahead and spritz. Alrighty, so that's it, guys. That is my look today for brunch with the ladies. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I hope you're having a great weekend wherever you are. I'm gonna put a little more effort into videos over the next month. I just really miss making them, and I feel like I have something to bring to the table, so hopefully somebody out there is enjoying my content. So hope you like this look of my getting ready with me video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in another couple days with another video. Bye!